Hi everybody, it's Laura Roehrick, and I'm doing something I've never done before, but I just had this little epiphany on the way home, or idea anyway, of doing kind of a brain dump after a clinic while it's still fresh in my mind before I take my bath, which is running in the other room. So I'm going to see if I can share with you some of the things that happened today so you can better understand what's going on and understand our challenges and perhaps learn from some of the things. Okay, right offhand is that my phone started losing the charge that we were videotaping on, and we had other iPhones and stuff too, and I usually bring a backup charger so I can have it actually being charged as we're using it, and I didn't have that today. And then we have this, it's called an Osmo, and it's like I call it the gizmo, but anyway, it holds, it's like a selfie stick, and you can do videotaping, and it's really amazing, but its battery was dead too. So maybe it's because it's Mercury retrograde. It is going direct tomorrow, so maybe things will get better. But so that brought to my mind a podcast I listened to recently. I think it was on Beyond the To-Do List. I listen to these productivity podcasts, and they're really amusing. But the guy was talking about organic processes versus mechanical processes, and what he describes as organic is the way I function. Is I just kind of do things off the cuff and wing it, and I don't have a lot of written material because I can't keep track of anything. But and most of the time, I accomplish what I need to do. But the mechanical would be to kind of fine tune what you're doing to make things more concise, and like, for example, having a checkoff list that says, do you have your backup, that kind of a thing, so that you're doing your process smoother without having to be so distracted, etc. So that really rung true when I heard that, and that's what we're in the process of doing with Street Feed, was we're trying to make it a little bit more mechanical so we can also share with you guys if we make documents or whatever, or find ways that work better or not for us. And if you are doing this kind of thing and you have that, then share with us. That's what we're here for, is to all support each other in that. But today was interesting because half our crew were doing other things. We're all volunteers, nobody's paid, and it's wonderful. I have no begrudgment at all for that, because that somebody's on vacation, etc. So we had a smaller crew than usual is really what I'm boiling down to. And it was Alessandra Asanelli, who is our new latest, my little protege student person, and she was just amazing. She's probably one of the top three. Well, all of my team are highly talented, but she's extraordinarily gifted artist, and she just has taken to doing foot care like duck to water. So having her there today was just immeasurable. I don't even know if it's the right word. As you can see, I'm kind of a little not brain dead, but not as articulate as I am at 7 a.m. after having some coffee. Anyway, she was there, and the two of us did together what 4 of us usually do. So we were really cranking it out. And the other, I wanted to explain too, when you see some of the videos that we're going to post, is that toward the end, we are on a time crunch. We have to be out of that parking lot at 1 o'clock with the gates shut behind us. And we're being watched by the crew there, So if I get really gnarly feet at 12:45, I am not going to be able to do as good of a job as I would if I had seen them at 11 a.m. So if you're seeing things and they don't look as good or as complete, or the before and afters aren't as dramatic, you have to understand the situation that we're working under. We do the best we can with what we've got in the time allotted, and that's pretty much all we can do, and learn each month and try to perfect it as time goes on. So let's see. Another thing, there are a lot of people with mental illness that are homeless, and there was a person who came by and for probably 20 minutes was talking at the very top of her lungs right near us. So many of the recordings are not going to, we're either going to have to mute them or voice over them or something. So it was extremely distracting to me. And I realized, there was one point I go, hey, can we just close up? Can I just get out of here? And the bulk of the people hadn't even come yet. And then I realized that I have this incredible security team now, and so we communicated. We're working on our communications, and once I realized what was going on, then they were able to tell her, to speak. So we're going to have a quiet zone or signs saying, we are taping and quiet, or have some sort of a way so we're not rude to her, because sometimes you don't want to give any bad vibes to somebody who isn't all together there, because there might be some repercussions that you don't want to deal with. So it's a very interesting situation, and it's not your routine place to have foot care in an office where you've got water and electricity and timed appointments and an assistant and everything at the ready. And I just want people to understand that, and that's about it. So I'm going to go get in my bath, and we will see what happens. Our next clinic is September 14th. It's going to be a Friday this time. And in the meantime, have a good week. Bye-bye.